next 1 or 2 days, but João Felix is really close to returning to Chelsea. Here we are, guys. Welcome back, guys. Final 10 days, Final 10 days. We have things to say. We have many important stories, and we have things to say. We have things to say because it's a busy day. Many things happening. Many things happening. What about Merino? For Merino, just spoke the president of Real Sociedad, confirming that Arsenal are in negotiations with Real Sociedad. He said as soon as the offer will be good, we will say yes. But let me tell you again here, guys, don't worry, Arsenal fans, Merino is coming and is coming very soon. They are fixing the final details of the deal, but Mikel Merino is fully expected to become a new Arsenal player in the final 10, 11 days of the summer transfer window. Also, another important and massive story of the day is about Ilkay Gundogan. Really important story, because despite what Hansi Flick said over the weekend, Flick said, I expect Gundogan to stay at Barcelona, to continue at Barcelona this summer. Despite those words, Gundogan is leaving Barca. Gundogan is going to leave. Gundogan spoke to Flick, spoke to the club, and Gundogan is leaving. Barca have been very clear. They need Gundogan to go, and Gundogan is now, his agents, in conversations with Manchester City. Talks ongoing, Manchester City, Gundogan agents over a potential retirement. Gundogan has to leave the club by the end of the summer transfer window. Man City have made contact today. I'm hearing that Pep Guardiola would be really open to welcoming Gundogan back to Manchester City. So Pep is seriously considering this possibility. Now it's going to be time to talk to Gundogan, his agents. More than about money is to understand what Gundogan wants to do, because he has possibilities in Saudi, possibilities in Qatar, possibilities in Europe, elsewhere. So Gundogan has to decide his future. But now Manchester City in direct contact with Ilkay Gundogan camp over a potential fantastic, let me say, for the relationship they had for many years, Man City and Gundogan return to the club. So it's a concrete possibility to see Gundogan back to City. Let's see what the player will decide to do and how this conversation will go. But the contact has been made with the camp of Ilkay Gundogan. But guys, the big update I wanted to give you right now is that Chelsea are closing in on a deal to sign João Felix from Atletico Madrid. Chelsea are closing in on the deal for João Felix. So the here we go is getting really close. We are at the final stages of the saga. After a long weekend with Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, agents of the players, intermediaries, the players themselves, all of them involved, also with Conor Gallagher, Chelsea are now closing in on the deal to sign João Felix. The agreement with Atletico Madrid on the fee, on the package, is almost done. Just working on the structure of the add-ons. So final details. Sources expect Chelsea to close this deal in probably 24, maximum 48 hours. So Chelsea are very confident to complete everything formally in the next 1 or 2 days. But João Felix is really close to returning to Chelsea. Chelsea are closing in on this deal. Again, for the here we go, being a very tense situation, we wait for the two clubs to exchange all the documents, but we are at the end. We are at the final stages of this story. With Conor Gallagher to Atletico Madrid, Simeone is pushing to have Conor Gallagher. Wednesday in Madrid at the Civitas Metropolitano, Atletico will present their new signings, Lenormand, Julian Alvarez, and all the others, and they want Conor Gallagher there. So there is a possibility to see Conor Gallagher flying to Madrid in the next 24, 48 hours to see him at the stadium on Wednesday. Meanwhile, Chelsea and Atletico are completing the details of the deal, and so João Felix to Chelsea is really close. Despite Aston Villa trying every single day, because Aston Villa in the last few months have been trying for days to sign João Felix, now Chelsea are closing in on this deal. João Felix has an agreement with Chelsea on the contract. The contract is okay. The salary is okay. The agreement with his agent, Jorge Mendes, is also okay. Same agent who closed the deal for Pedro Neto to Chelsea. That was also important to rebuild the relationship with Jorge Mendes and continue also now with João Felix. So Conor Gallagher to Atletico Madrid. We already know the conditions of the deal, 42 million euros. The contract is ready. The medical is done. Everything is done between Gallagher and Atletico Madrid. Simeone has been pushing all these days to bring him to Atleti. Now waiting for the final, but really the final details of the story, with Chelsea confident to have the final green light soon to proceed with exchanging all the documents, prepare the travel, and announce João Felix. And for Atletico Madrid, of course, to announce Conor Gallagher. Two important deals. Let me clarify once again that these are two separate stories. So it's not the same deal. It's obviously the same discussion, the same conversation, because it's involving the same clubs. But these are two separate deals, two separate negotiations. The deal for Conor Gallagher was already okay, and now they are closing the deal for João Felix. Separate also Osimhen and Lukaku. I told that on the weekend, and today I told in the morning that Lukaku Napoli is getting closer. But this is not linked to the situation of Osimhen. It's a separate story. So Napoli and Chelsea are negotiating for Romelu Lukaku with an official bid on the table. Talks ongoing for this deal for Romelu Lukaku to Napoli in a separate story from Victor Osimhen. Separate is also João Felix, Gallagher, but both deals are really at the final stages with a here we go expected really soon. 24, 48 hours, we will see how long it's going to take to fix the final details, but Chelsea and Atletico are talking on a daily basis, even today, and the agreement is really close. So we are almost there. I see Man City fan asking Gundogan news. I said already at the beginning of the stream, my friend, that for Gundogan, we are in a situation where Man City made contact with the agents of Gundogan to explore the possibility of return. Any news on Martial? No. So Gundogan is exploring this possibility about a return to Manchester City. Let's see what he decides to do, because he also has, I'm told, a big proposal from Qatar, possibilities from Saudi, other clubs interested, but now Manchester City made contact for made contact for Ilkay Gundogan. So this is the point. On Mamardashvili, I see you Liverpool fans. As soon as we will have something, we will let you know. Remember that for Mamardashvili, the crucial part is to reach an agreement with Valencia. It's never easy with Peter Lim. Is always something important to consider in the deal. I see the questions on the situation of, there was one I wanted to reply. On Vitor Roque. For Vitor Roque, now in a minute, I will have also Matteo Moretto here with me. So we will talk with you guys about few things very quick, about an update on Juventus and an update on Vitor Roque. So we will explain to you the situation in a minute. Let me tell you, Chiesa, I see many questions of Chiesa. Guys, let me clarify that for Federico Chiesa to Chelsea was never something really concrete. Chelsea target in that position is João Felix. Then if Chelsea will decide to do something else, we will see. But Chelsea focus is on João Felix, is on closing the deal for João Felix. So working on that. Let me check my phone. Let me see. Many things. As always, we are in the final days, and so every minute is super busy. Okay, so Pellistri negotiations with Panathinaikos. Lukaku gone. Lukaku is very close to Napoli. Lukaku is very close to Napoli, and is a separate story from Osimhen. Osimhen is a story for the final days. Lukaku is a story for today, tomorrow, this week. So Napoli are very close. I see your questions on Nico, guys. On Nico Williams, I don't have any update. Let me be honest with you. I don't think he's linked to the situation of Gundogan. I think Gundogan is a completely different story. What do you mean by final days? We are in the final 10 days, so it's going to be super busy for sure. Mikel Merino, I told you, Arsenal fans, don't worry. Working on that. Gabriel Mack and Chelsea is absolutely in progress, so I will let you know in the next days. But now Chelsea full focus is on João Felix. Let me call Matteo, so we will be together for the final minute here in extra time to update you on like this. Let me know if you can hear us. Ciao Matteo, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien?
Hola, muy buena. Bien, perfectamente.
Ok,
voy a
vamos.
meter una silla.
Va a ser muy rápido,
Sí.
Que tenemos que contar algo.
Sí.
We have to say something on two stories. One is Vitor Roque and one is for Juventus. Let's start with Vitor Roque, because today you said about Sporting negotiating to sign Vitor Roque on permanent transfer and Real Betis in Barcelona to ask for a loan. So two possibilities.
Sí, la noticia que vamos a contar ahora es que esta tarde-noche habrá otros contactos más entre Sporting de Lisboa y Barcelona por Vitor Roque. Ahora mismo la propuesta del Sporting Club de Portugal es la mejor que hay sobre la mesa a nivel económico, porque ofrecen 20, 22 millones más bonus hasta llegar casi los 30. Y claramente hay otros clubes de España que quieren a Vitor Roque, pero en plan cedidos. Así que vamos a ver qué pasa, pero el Sporting está empujando mucho y mucho dependerá también de lo que quiere el chico y de lo que quiere el Barça.
So Sporting pushing hard to sign Vitor Roque. They made a proposal today. Now the negotiation and the proposal is the best one on the table now in terms of financials for Barcelona. Let's see what Vitor Roque decides to do, but this could be important. Could be really important for Barcelona to sell Vitor Roque. Let's see if they decide to go for a loan with Betis or any other club or for a permanent transfer with Sporting. And then we have to say something also on Juventus. We will say that in Italian, Juventus, Milan, because Pierre Kalulu is very close to joining Juventus, ¿no?
Sí, Pierre Kalulu está prácticamente cerrado. Las partes, Juventus y Kalulu, están negociando los últimos flejos, los últimos detalles, pero parece que ahora mismo el fichaje de Kalulu por la Juve es inminente.
Kalulu a un passo dalla Juve, lo dico anche per gli italiani. So Pierre Kalulu one step away from joining Juventus. Gundogan, Manchester City contacts ongoing. João Felix really at the final stages with Chelsea, and Conor Gallagher to Atletico Madrid, with Simeone really pushing on this one. Nottingham Forest negotiating for Santi Jimenez, 25 million euros bid rejected. They want more than 30 at Feyenoord, so let's see what's going to happen. Dybala still no news. Guys, it's going to be crazy these days. We will keep you posted. See you soon. Ciao.